His legacy would be synonymous with racial equity and fairness. That generations of people would attribute their success in their own lives to the sacrifices of his. That his birthday would be a national holiday and a memorial erected in the nation's capital between what many consider two of our nation's greatest presidents. Think about what happened in Dr. King's day. He was mocked, he was ridiculed, he was stabbed, and he was eventually murdered for the effect that came from his words and his unwavering action. Words that, as you just heard, that were filled with love and hope and forgiveness. Words that called on our mothers and fathers and grandfathers and grandmothers to be the very best selves that we could be, to create a more perfect union. Think about some of those words you just heard. Asking folks to rise above the narrow confines of individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. To straighten our backs and walk toward freedom. To stick with love because hate was too great a burden to bear. One of my favorites, to refuse to accept the isness of a man's present nature that makes him morally incapable of reaching up toward the office that forever confronts him. To live in a world where our children would not be judged by the color of their skin, but rather the content of their character. My friends, these ain't exactly fighting words, unless the fight is one of simple fairness. Yet they weighed heavy on a nation then, and I would argue now. But still, I would submit that while they are extraordinarily powerful, they are just words. The beauty of Dr. King was that he did things. He did things, often unpopular, always dangerous, and of great sacrifice. King did things. Consider his resume. Led the Montgomery bus boycott, which effectively highlighted the end of racial separation in public accommodations. Founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Galvanized 250,000 people from all backgrounds to march against poverty for freedom. And by sheer will, sheer determination, willed Congress to enact landmark civil rights legislation that effectively brought down the legal notion of second-class citizenship in America. Think about that. Now consider the stuff we struggle with. How often and how hard it is to get people to donate blood, to mentor children, to give of our time and talents in a big way, just because not enough of us do things. And as a country, we still have enormous challenges, some of which can be tied to race and class, but I would argue most of which can be tied to our living in a society that is built on comfort and convenience. Now, when challenged by acts of violence or the advent of international conflict, we respond, and we do so generally in unison. But in the moments when we have the opportunity, day to day, to help each other, too many of us, too many of our institutions miss the mark. And those misses shouldn't be lost on any of us. They've shown up here recently over the last couple of years. Think about the enormous unemployment in our country, the increased inner city violence, the unrelenting housing crisis, the world's financial system trying to rebalance itself, and more. Those misses have us questioning if we've seen our best days. But I know better. The reason I know better is because for the last 20 years of my own career, I've seen people, largely young people, decide to wholly dedicate the causes of their lives to things beyond their own self-interest. They are from all backgrounds. They believe in many things, but they have one thing in common. They believe that service is not a choice. They are committed to serving because it is in them. It is in them. Those uncompromising souls are all of you. You are what will help change and re-erect this nation. You are the voices for this moment in time. The ones who do things for all of us. You lead, you create, you're a force for good, a force for peace. You defy the odds. How many people believe it? How many people believe it? How many people believe it? You believe it? Stand up for a minute. Now, I don't know who's all around the blood bank or what's going on here. I don't know if there's a noise ordinance or anything of that nature here, so forgive me. You violated that already? All right. But this service thing is an interactive party. Do you agree? Yes. So while we've heard exceptional oratory from the great Reverend Moore, we've heard a lot of us speak. It's about our redefining ourselves and committing to each other that we can be the voices of this generation. Do you believe it?
Yes.
All right, if you believe it, say, I am the voice.
I am the voice.
All right, I said there's no noise ordinance. All right? We'll try it again. Say, I am the voice.
I am the voice.
I will lead, not follow.
I will lead, not
I
follow.
will create, not destroy.
I will create, not destroy.
I'm a leader.
I'm a leader.
I'm a force for good.
I'm a force for good.
I'm a force for peace.
I'm a force for peace.
Defy the odds.
Defy the odds.
Set a new standard.
Set a new standard.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Okay, that was all right, but there's some men in ties. They have their hands crossed. All right, get yourselves loose. This is about King. We're going to celebrate his birthday today by recommitting ourselves to service. Just try it again. I am the voice.
I am the
I
voice.
will lead, not follow.
I will lead, not
I
follow.
will create, not destroy.
I will create, not destroy.
I'm a leader.
I'm a
I'm
leader.
a force for good.
I'm a force for good.
I'm a force for peace.
I'm a force for peace.
Defy the odds.
Defy the odds.
Set a new standard.
Set a new
Step
standard.
up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Loud as you can. I am the voice.
I am the
I
voice.
will lead, not follow.
I will lead, not
I will
follow.
create, not destroy. I'm a leader. I'm a force for good.
I'm a force for good.
I'm a force for peace.
I'm a force for peace.
Defy the odds.
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 Defy the
Step
odds.
up.
Step 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 up.
Give yourselves a round of applause. My friends, Dr. King did not want us listening to his voice. He wanted us to listen to our own voices. Our own voices. And have them ring across this nation every day, in every way, in service to others. Tony Robbins says, when a should becomes a must, human beings do extraordinary things. Dr. King is still calling us to be extraordinary. Let's not disappoint him. Thank you very much.